could have gotten away with it and made so much money, I would have been recognized. Damn, cops and whistleblowers.
Good evening, Detroit, and welcome to Channel 4 Action News at 6. Our top story tonight brings to light some less than ethical behavior on the part of local energy provider DTE. We all remember the blackout last month that left thousands of homes and businesses without power for 4 days. Initially, DTE claimed that a piece of outdated switchgear led to a breakdown of the grid. New evidence and testimony from people on the inside say this was not the case. It appears that DTE had a direct hand in causing this crisis in an effort to raise energy prices and drive up profits. Before we get into the details of the scandal, let's hear from some local residents who were affected by the blackout.
What up, dude? J-Rock in the house. Man, when the power was out, I had no Wi-Fi for a week. Do you know how many followers I lost? A lot, plus no video game or Snapchatting for a week. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh my God, it's snowing. Let me get this on Snapchat. My Fortnite squad couldn't get dubs and nobody knew what I was eating for a whole week. On top of that, to find out that DTE did this on purpose, dude, that's messed up. One more thing, add me on Instagram and Snapchat J-Rock. Peace.
I almost lost my mom from this event. I built a generator and helped her stay on life support. It was that bad. It was a scary event, but I was able to go through with my family, and I hope DTE will be held accountable for this action. Light of day. After analyzing the situation with my friends, they convinced me to agree on not supporting the business of DTE. In my opinion, DTE should be making the best decisions for the greatest amount of consumers. Utilitarianism is the way to go, and if not, then my business with them is done.
I was fine without the power for a week. I had a generator set up and I went on my way. I had to help my wife with her medicine, but other than that, I was fine. I can't believe DTE would do that though. This is morally wrong, and it's unbelievable.
Channel 4 Action News has exclusive information about the case from a former DTE employee. The individual was the first person to come forward exposing DTE's direct involvement in the crisis.
Thanks for having me today and keeping me anonymous. I really don't want the former colleagues knowing who I am. Over the last few months, things have been boiling over. Tom and I were always arguing about what would be the best way to make more money for the company. Of course, Tom's idea was always the best idea. He was the CEO. We were losing out on business and not making any money, so he had to make this pressure move that had to be done. I saw a manila folder on Tom's desk with the word blackout on it. Of course, I checked it out and saw all the plans to cause this major blackout. It was a way for us to raise prices and gain more business. Thanks.
This is what DTE's CEO Tom Greed had to say about the scandal.
Hello everyone, this is Tom Green, CEO of DTE Energy. I want to apologize to everyone about this incident. I assure you guys that the situation is being taken care of. I will make sure to compensate everyone and give them a 2 month of free electricity. Again, I am sorry about this incident, and I promise this won't happen again. Have a nice day. Yes, sir. This is Tom Green himself. Yes, I know. But no worries, you're talking to the best company out there. You know every problem has a solution. Who to blame? Tim, the janitor, of course.
What?
Wait, give me a second.
What?
I'll call you back.
Blame me for what?
What's up with that attitude?
What did you just add?
You know what? You're fired. Go home.
I quit.
Come back.
I'm done.
At the end of the day, nobody died. Everyone eventually got their power back, so no harm, no foul. I'm sure Mr. Greed didn't mean to do anything malicious. He followed all the company procedures, and nothing seemed out of the ordinary. In my opinion, Mr. Greed's an excellent and ethical CEO.
Channel 4 Action News reached out to corporate ethics expert Better Than You for further insight.
We're here with Miss Better Than You, our outside ethics expert. Miss Better Than You, can we talk to you?
Not Miss, it's Miss Better.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can we talk to you about this
Look,
DTE situation?
DTE has issues. They're completely ethically unacceptable about
Okay.
what they did. They left millions of people in despair. Even that one guy, what's his name? The bad guy in North Korea? Yeah, even he has better ethics than he does.
Really?
Look, DTE should be ashamed, which is why my next book, you should be ashamed, is going to be published next year. I can't.
I have
talk
one more
about
shot.
this matter.
I have
No,
one more question. One more
excuse
question,
me.
please. No. Well, that was Miss Better Than You.
I'm Kent Brockman, and from all of us here at Action 4 News Team, we thank you for joining us this evening.
Why didn't you raise me better so I know what to do in an ethical dilemma? I am leaving the country. I should have seen this coming. Since I've made so many errors, as the CEO of DTE, I should have listened to my lawyer about his legal advice so that I wouldn't break any laws. No one likes me anymore, and it's all your fault. I never liked my job and did it for the money. Please send me over those cookies I like. P.S. You can find me in Jamaica. They had the cheapest airline tickets. Sincerely, Tommy Boy.
The biggest moment for me in the semester came from the video about the blue-eyed, brown-eyed school children. I was amazed at how fast these kids turned. There was nothing gradual about the shift. It was like a switch had been thrown. I went back and looked up dates. Lord of the Flies by William Golding was released almost 15 years before this experiment. It is scary to think about how much of that type of behavior may be buried in all of us, deep below the surface.
Okay, so my aha moment for this class was the escape room activity that we did. It was a great bonding exercise, and if anything, we learned each other's strengths, which really helped out with future activities, which is why we were acing all of our extra credit activities. But other than that, this class was fun.
One thing about the class that I really enjoyed learning was how a team is composed of individuals with different backgrounds and perspectives, and how in the workforce you have people that range from being a baby boomer to millennial to the X generation as well. And it just, it's interesting to see that from styles of leadership and personality that gives a company its strengths and weaknesses.
What surprised me the most was learning about the different types of leaders, the different traits they carry, and the different ways that they lead, whether it's from the situational leadership theory to the path code theory. It was just all really interesting.
My aha moment was when we were working in groups, like the different opinions that can come from different kinds of people and like the amount of ideas that can come. Because if you work as like one or two people, you just don't have the amount of ideas and amount of ways that coming at a problem that a group of people do.
My aha moment for this class was personality. How corporations use the Myers-Briggs type indicator to see what type of personality fits their organization. I remember a few jobs where they asked over 50 questions about if this happened, what would you do? I didn't understand them, but now I know that they are trying to see what type of personality I am and if I fit their company's values. Now I understand why we took the test in the beginning of the semester. Thank you, and I'm out.
I learned a lot this semester, but the most interesting thing we learned about, in my opinion, was the Stanford prison experiment. And I noticed that there was actually a movie on it, which I plan to watch eventually, but just how people, when you give them a role, they can really change so quickly. I found that interesting regarding like human nature in general. So that was just a really interesting topic.
My aha moment was when I got a grade, my test grade. I was disappointed, but I did better on the second test. I studied harder. I actually learned more because I was studying and I was actually learning, not just memorizing. And yeah, this class was really fun, especially the activities that professor used to give us.
As a team, we learned that communication from the beginning will make us successful. We also used our different personalities to our advantage throughout the year. One thing we struggled with is actually finding the time for everyone to meet at once. Overall, this class and the group was really fun to work with over the semester. Cock-a-doodle-doo, the Roosters are out.
Sir, what was your aha moment?
My aha moment is when I received my grade and it was passing. I need to pass. I got a kid. I gotta feed him, support him, help me.